let me know once you all open the Power BI desktop. And today we'll try to create this min and max chart. Basically, in this chart, this is a line graph, and these 2 points highlights what is the minimum value and what is the maximum value. We'll try to recreate this. Once you open it, just let me know. I will tell you how to get the data. So today we're using Power BI data or sample data set. So let me know once you are able to open the screen. Okay. So there's two way of getting that. One is triad sample data. You can click on it and you can get the sample data, or you can go to help and then to examples and sample data set. Just click on the load sample data. Yeah, so we'll select the financials and we'll click on load. Now we have this table here, and here is our data. Around 700 records. Yeah. So this is a financial data. Like in Tableau, we have sample superstore. In Power BI, we have this financial data, the sample data set. Let me know once you all have this data set loaded.
Yes, sir. Got the data loaded.
Okay. So what we have sales, we have country, and we have other details as well. So what we'll want to create a normal line graph of sales based on time, and we want to highlight what is the minimum sales and what is the maximum sales. Okay. For that, what we'll do, first we'll create a one measure. We'll name it sales equal to sum of sales. Okay. So this will give us a sum of sales. So if I just put it in here.
Swap, is there any particular reason for us to use this measure, creating sum of sales, or can we directly use sales itself?
If you use sales, it would work, but right now we need to pinpoint min and max, and we are going to use that in this. Use this in that min and max point. So that's why we created sales. If you use this, basically what it will do, it will just give you for that particular record. It rarely add it. So let's say if we are talking about these two, and
Okay.
you can select and it will add these two. But if you need a for pointing min and max, we need a custom calculation. And for that we use measures. We'll come to that why I'm creating this sales part.
Okay.
So once you have created the sales column, let me know. So this is our sales, and this will be our date. This is by date, what are the sales, and this is the total sales. Okay. So now we have to pinpoint what is the min and what is max. So what we'll do, we'll create another measure. Saying that we'll name it min max highlight variable. Let's say let's for the time being use max value. You can name it anything, and what we'll do is max x all selected state. Okay, so this is one way of doing it. We can do it separate, different way by calculate and using max function separately, and there are multiple ways of doing it. So what I'm doing in here is, let me return this value. If I pull in this in table, so it's telling us the max value. This is our max value, and for every record it is the same. Okay, so what it's just pointing out what is the max value. So this is what we want, but now we need to point out our minimum value as well. So what we'll do, we'll go back to our this one. Name it as
So Swap, can we say this all selected function as like somewhat similar to LOD?
LOD,
Like at different level where you would like to find max or aggregate, like that.
yeah, no, basically what all selected does it, whenever you have anything on your visual, so based on that visual it will give you the filtration. Let's say instead of this is the complete table, but if I put any filter, okay, let's say for any particular region, if okay, let's go back to this graph. So for this graph, the data is filtered based on Canada. So what all selected is doing, all selected is just using those records that are belonging to Canada. Instead of reading the complete file again, we are reading only those records that are filtered by this visual.
Understood.
So basically, all selected is something that allows that creates only the table that are present in the visuals, instead of giving you the complete table.
Understood.
Okay. So now we want to view our min and max value based on certain condition. So what we can do, we can use if and if else clause, or we can use switch condition. So switch true. So we'll say our sales measure which we created is equal to max value. Then we'll take max value. Else if sales is equal to min value, and we'll give our else condition of blank. Yeah, so if you see here, for this record, this is the lowest sales, so we have this lowest value. For remaining it's blank, and for maximum we are getting the maximum value. And this is what the sales measure is doing. If I'm using this sales column, so for it will match for each record. The sales for this is equal to sales of this. That's why we are using this sales measure. Any doubts in this min and max highlight?
So in this formula, we can just switch the positions of calculate and all selected. That if we say calculated sales and comma all selected financial data will work.
Yeah, if you want to do it, you can do it that way as well. Calculate the syntax of calculate, and you have to give the filter.
Yeah.
So in this filter, you can give this condition and give the min of sales. So there's many way of doing it. This is just one way. So everyone till here, min and max highlight.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now we'll try to create a visual. So okay, this is for the explanation part. We'll just remove this graph. Okay, now we'll put a line graph. Just one thing I want to check. Do all of you see multiple small multiples in the this section for the line graph? If you click on this icon, and you will get all these Access Legend. Are you all seeing the small multiple part as well? If not, it may be you need to update your Power BI, because this feature came May only. Okay, I will explain you what this feature do. So let's try to create our visual first. So this is we'll put date in the axis. Make it a date. We'll pull sales in our values. Min max highlight in the secondary value. So right now what it's telling me, this is my max value, this is my min value, and this is a line between them. So we don't need this line as of now, but this is at an overall level. But what this small multiple do is it breaks the visual into small parts, and I want to break it based on country. Now I've just broken our data into 4 countries. So instead of creating 4 different line graphs for each country, we can create it in a single graph. Any doubts here?
No, sir.
Now let's do some formatting for this. First, we'll go for grid layout. Okay, so in the grid layout, there's a number of rows, number of columns. So let's say if I increase number of rows to 3. Okay, now it's covering almost all the countries which we have in our database. And then the way you want the grid line. If you want horizontal grid line, it will just keep horizontal. If you want no grid line, it will give you it will remove all the grid lines. So basically, it's asking you how you want to separate. Let's go with all for the time. Then you can select the line width, line style. If you want solid or if you want dashed, you can give a dash as well.
Swap?
Yeah.
Is there any way that we can automate the grid layout instead of manually assigning it? Let's say in future we are like having data with 2 more countries. Then in that case, this grid layout will not be sufficient, right?
Yeah, then you have to come and manually select the number of rows and columns. If you are expecting that, okay, you would be having around 9, so you can just keep it like this. Basically, all you need to do is change the number, and all the settings which you are doing for existing, it will just replicate for other cells. So you don't need to do much in this. All you need to just select columns and rows. So apart from that, everything, basically all the other customization that we are doing for these graphs. Let's say we have 2 more countries added. So when you just increase your number of rows and numbers column, all these customization would be added to them.
Okay, understood.
So this is the grid part. So this is something new installed in the main update. Previously it was not there. It was a simple line graph and one line graph at a time. So this is what Power BI have introduced recently. Okay, now we need to get rid of this line, this highlight line, because we just need a line graph of sales, and we just need to point out what is the min and what is the max value. So for that, what we'll go to shapes. Shapes, if we just click on show marker, it will show marker for all the points. But we don't need the marker for the normal line. We just need the marker for a highlight. So what we'll do, there's a customized series option. Just click on it on. It will give you options for what you need to do for sales and what you need to do for min highlight. If you don't switch it on, whatever you do, it will be applied on both of the line graph. But if you just select customize series, so it will allow you to customize based on sales and based on line graph. So for sales, I don't need the marker. I will switch it off. And for min max, I need a marker, but I don't need the line. So what we'll do, we'll reduce stroke width to 0. So the line would disappear, only the marker would remain. And we can do some customization, like changing the size, marker shape, increasing the size. We can change the color as well. Okay, and if you hover over it, this is the sales of May 2014. On June 2014, we had a highest sales, and it is highlighted here. Similarly for the lowest, and for each country, it's getting filtered based on the country data. Any doubts still here? Okay, let's move forward. So if you want to color, you can use simple data colors, or if you want to format this complete this view, all you can select a format from here. Let's say we select this view. Let's do something. So we can select this kind of view, and we can change the color coding based on our requirement. So instead of this, we can choose this, and here we can choose and if you just want to change something in tooltip, you can change the color text, you can change it to white. Background color, make it a darkest black. So this is the customization which we can do. There's a lot more customization if you want based on your requirement. This is a simple customization which I think is looking good. So any doubts or any issues while creating this?
So if you can explain the switch function in min-max highlighted.
Switch function, okay. So what switch function is doing? Let me just open this. This is a min-max highlight. So what I'm saying, at the measure which I created, sales, if my sales equal to the max value, okay, let me explain through table. We'll create a table here. Okay, we'll put our sales measure. We'll put the date. And we'll put min and max value. Now if I open this. Yeah. So what this is, if my sales equal to max value. So for each record, what measure does is based on the visualization, it filters itself. Right now, our measure is filtered based on the date. So what we are saying that if my this value is equal to my minimum value. So we have already calculated a minimum value, and if they are equal, then show it. Similarly for max value, if my sales measure is equal to my max value, then show the value. Else, make it blank. Okay. So this is
what is that one saying true?
Okay,
Right after.
So after switch, the format of switch is what is the condition you want? I want true condition. So when this is true, then only this will run. So basically, like if I put it in if else statement, so I'm saying if this equal to this, then do this. If this equal to this, then do this. Okay. So what this is true? If I make it false.
Okay.
So this would run only when these conditions are false. So if I just click enter, it will throw me the error here. See, okay. So what it see all are showing the maximum value. Only this one is not showing the maximum value. Reason being, our sales equal to our max value, and we have put a condition as false, so it won't go to this condition, and it will go to the second condition.
Okay.
So true and false are just setting up what kind of result you want. If it matches, you want that result. If it doesn't match it, you want which. So you can just give the condition which you want and switch. So,
Yeah, thank you.
So based on that, here also it's doing the same thing. Here we have the another filter based on the country. So our min and max value is changing for every country, and that min and max highlight switch condition is just giving us these two values. So any other doubts in this? Okay, yeah, this is what I planned for today.